Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Hi, this is Brendan. I am very sorry. I am a small-brained loser, and we accidentally recorded the first 8 minutes of the podcast on my MacBook microphone. So I am very sorry. Please don't be upset with me. I am a very small, afraid man, and I deserve your pity. Thank you very much.
That's what I'm trying to do.
We're recording. You know,
I know.
I'm not sure if we all need to know ourselves.
That is like my ultimate goal is to like know myself truly.
In what way?
Just like not like, you know, you think so that there's no that I don't have to think about who I am. You know what I mean? Which is insane because
Nick,
this is the
I
age.
don't think about who I am. You think you have to know yourself to not think about it?
No, I don't know. That's not,
I try to walk through life with very little self-reflection.
it's different though, right? Because I guess I don't know. Maybe there's like a circle thing to it. Because maybe if you're dumb, you are your authentic self.
I mean, I don't think I'm a dumb man. I think I'm
No,
just,
I'm not. I'm riding the coattails of a thought. Right
Oh.
now. I'm trying. Listen, it doesn't matter.
That's
not how we.
So you're saying you don't know whether you're supposed to be
I don't know if
sober
I'm supposed to be sober or drunk. It's just in my life.
Just in general.
I keep thinking about just like, it'd be nice if I could just be drunk. Like,
Well,
in
you
the
have the
middle of
power
day.
to do that at any point.
Yeah,
What do you
I know.
have? What do you have to do that's so important?
Bro, are you kidding? I don't know. You have this weird idea in your head that I do nothing.
No, I know
And
you go to work.
I work like 2 jobs,
I know.
and then I'm on set where I have a million responsibilities.
You know, you can have a buzz for that.
You should not. Well, if you're an actor, you can. I think my dream is to be Kelsey Grammer, like during the seasons 3 through 9 of Frasier, which is when his performance is at his best because he was showing up blackout drunk, and then they would yell action, and he would.
How did he memorize his lines?
Brandon, that's the thing. He wasn't. And that's why Frasier got so good, because he would start throwing his own little flourishes in, and that's why the dialogue... I mean, look, I'll give him this. The first 3 seasons, the dialogue is laser precise.
Uh-huh.
But it takes on a more naturalistic flavor when you get into Kelsey's drinking era.
I think we should make a show like that, but everyone's drunk. All the actors, the crew,
Incredible.
studio audience.
But that might...
Maybe not a studio.
No, get the studio audience drunk.
Yeah. No, here's what we should do is we should shoot a single cam show, but have a studio audience watching us do it. So, you know, it's walled in sets and everything, but behind the set is just bleachers of just a concert basically.
Every time
people doing the wave,
Oh,
beach ball floating around.
I was thinking maybe you just have an audience on like a regular single cam set, and it's just a nightmare every time you have to get another shot. Anytime the
Everyone
camera
has
has
to
to move.
Yeah, I mean that could be it too. We could go on location. So I want it to be a situation where we're like, all right, everybody, room tone, and people are just like fucking.
You want to get the audience drunk and make them fuck?
Some of them are fighting. You know,
People are gonna
we're
get
not
hurt.
making them fuck. It's like Woodstock '99. You know, it's escaped from us at this point. People are doing crimes.
There was never.
Someone's ODing.
There was never supposed to be numbers after Woodstock.
Yeah.
You start putting the apostrophe 99, like it's a Bomberman game on the N64.
Mhm.
That's not what Woodstock was supposed to be. There would definitely be people who just got killed on set every day.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just from like falling lights. And I want to look at this thing really quick because I saw this guy reading something
Mhm.
on the train. Do you need to do something on the computer?
I just think we're peaking a little bit, so I'm
Okay,
going to
mess with
adjust
that
it.
really quick. I'm looking this thing up anyway. I love riding the fucking train. Okay.
The
anyway.
train
Yeah, no, so I
is good.
well, no, because fuck, man, there was a guy on the train today who was dressed in like a nice business suit. He had like a fanny pack around his front, and he was reading a book called The Holographic Universe. I don't know what the Holographic Universe is. I assume
It can't be good.
I assume it's some like
It's got to be Scientology. Absolutely.
I don't mean I think it's like The Secret, but for like flat earthers, basically. Like,
Oh,
can you
yeah.
imagine? Like, because
That would be. Is the flat Earth thing so big that there's like kookiness within it? Like even the other flat Earth guys are like, well, you don't gotta believe in.
you don't need to
Flat
believe it in
in
the
the-
holographic universe. But no, it was hilarious because I was just like people watching this guy because he would just like read the book and then sometimes like his eyes would get wide and then he'd like look around at everyone else on the train and then he would like hide the book from people. like he was
Oh
learning.
hell yeah! That guy's in the part of schizophrenia where he thinks everyone can read his thoughts.
Yeah, dude. Well, no, I just think that he was learning secrets that were blowing his mind so much that he's like, I'm definitely the FBI is aware of me right now because I've taken this knowledge in.
Mm-hmm.
And then and I was like laughing at this guy, but then I immediately had like it came back to I think I'm a Republican again. I was like flirting with like eco-terrorism and socialism, but I'm back to being a Republican because you're not supposed to eat on the train.
Rules are very important.
Shut up.
I agree. No one should eat on the train.
Tom and I were talking about how gay you are about the rules
Rules are good.
in general. Yeah, you think that until you're gonna get got for something that you're not gonna be too happy that
But I
there's
follow
rules.
all the rules.
Brendan, there's some rules you haven't been following.
Like what?
This is not what this is about. I was eating. Do you know Gardettos?
I don't.
They're like Chex Mix, but you can feel like the crumbs like building up in your arteries. It's like Italian Chex Mix.
That seems bad.
Yeah. So I mean, you're not supposed to eat on the train. I was eating them on the train, and I've been listening to a podcast in my headphones, and then like through my podcast, I hear the train driver on the intercom go, "Sir, there is no eating on this train." And I'm like, man, and then she repeats, she's like, "Sir," I like take a headphone, and she's like, "Sir, with the bag of snacks, there is no eating on this train."
That's you. You're the man with the
It's
bag of
me.
snacks.
It couldn't be anybody else. I thought that
The man with the bag of snacks sounds like a Simon and Garfunkel lyric.
Listen, every time I get on the train, there's human shit. There's fucking Doritos bags. Everyone's eating on the train. I can't believe that I got singled out. But then I looked up, and right above me, there's just like a camera. There's cameras on the train. There's just a camera like pointed down directly on me. And I just like looked up, and I was like, all right, there's too much. The surveillance state has to stop. I can't be.
Well,
I just
what
felt
about-
I was in minority?
What
report.
about the Republican Party do you think is going to oppose that?
Well, listen, if the Republicans get what they want, there will be no more public trains. And then I can't get in trouble for, eating
You
snacks.
don't think there's going to be cameras on the Uber trains?
Yeah, no, because they don't give a shit about what happened. Oh, when they're self-driving? Yeah, there will be.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I don't know why I said
The only reason there aren't now is because they don't own the cars. They're just
Right.
like, yeah, what, you're going to kill our driver? Do it. We don't get...
Yeah, man.
You think we want to pay his bonus? Fuck you.
I don't. But I just I immediately related to that guy because I was immediately like, fuck, they're watching.
Mm-hmm. So here's a little gun tidbit.
Yeah,
Uber does not allow their drivers to concealed carry. Isn't that a shame?
that's good. Actually, no, dude, because some Uber drivers were getting people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then, as a passenger, you should also be concealed carrying. Look,
But-
everything can be solved by 100% of people concealed carrying.
There should just be a reminder on your app when your ride arrives. Just remember to have your gun on you. Remember to concealed carry in this Uber. This is an Uber
Mhm.
X
Yeah, I mean, look, when I'm in an Uber, it's a Mexican standoff the whole
the
ride.
whole time. you just sit down.
I sit in the passenger seat and I hold a gun to their temple.
You just put your gun on their knee. You've got a handkerchief over it, and you just drive. Take me to McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm never going anywhere important. Please take me to the open mic that I will knock it up at.
Oh fuck yeah!
Hold
I
on,
mean-
can we pause?
Oh.
The levels are peaking real bad. I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't think
All right, we're Christ.
you got a little excited. Let's say it. You got a little excited at the.
I got kind of riled up.
I talk with people about how you get a little excited sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard word going around, and it's all justified. I got to be more even. No ups, no downs. All right in the middle.
How are you gonna get there? Maybe you should be.
Man, who knows?
I'm trying to think of what other ways that we can control. Is it? Are we doing the same thing?
I'm just putting it back where the settings are
okay.
supposed to be.
Okay. I'm trying. We have to think of other ways because you've removed alcohol from your life. But what are other ways that we can sort of temper you, even you had a little. Because the next step is like castration. It's like
I
you
wouldn't-
stop drinking. You're on pills. We got to cut your balls off.
I think that if castration was presented as a realistic option to me, I don't think I'd go through with it, but I think I would consider it for longer than you'd expect.
I say give you a couple months. You might just be like, fuck it, take my balls. I'm not using them.
Well, realistically, I'm already somewhat chemically castrated, so
Because I thought your dick was coming back.
I
but
mean,
you
it
don't-
comes back. I coomed earlier. That was nice. It was a good treat for me
It's-
after work.
It's funny that your dick just comes back around. But
Yeah,
you don't know
you know.
when. It's like a bird that visits a birdhouse.
Honey, it's back.
Honey, look, the Blue Jays are back. Honey, quick, shh, everyone, shh, kids, be quiet.
It's all I have.
It's you just have an erection. You're like, everybody, shush. Don't scare it.
I'm screaming at my kids.
It's hilarious to
I'm
get a
trying
boner.
to share it with my son. He thinks it sucks.
You get a boner.
Look at that, son.
You call everyone in to look at your boner, and then you yell at them when they get upset.
Don't you shame daddy's body.
Jesus Christ.
I hate getting body shamed by my children about my penis and balls.
That will happen. I'm pretty sure we're getting there.
Yeah. My dad's dick sucks.
Man, I hope that. I don't want. I shouldn't be sharing stories about my dad's dick.
But do not dox your dad's
I'm not
dick.
going to dox my dad's dick.
Nobody, I swear to God, if anyone listening to this has ever doxed their dad's dick, I'm going to say this for the first time. Look, we allow white supremacists to be fans of the show. We
Yeah.
allow school shooters, ISIS.
All right, well.
Uh,
Well, actually, I guess that kind of makes us woke then, right?
yeah, but if you've ever doxed your dad's damn dick, you better you'd throw that phone in the damn sea right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking I would just had this memory come back of a time that I got.
That's never good.
Yeah.
I've never had a memory come back and I'm like,
Oh yeah, no, on account it was repressed. Like, that's when memories come back. It's because something really bad happened. This isn't that bad though. I just remember my dad. I guess he had was it like his 40th birthday? I think it was his 40th. So I guess they taken a bunch of pictures on a digital camera and then uploaded it to the computer. And there was something on the old iMac. I don't know if they set it like this on accident, where your screensaver would just kind of be like a slideshow, or it would fade in and out of just all the pictures.
yes, my little brother got like this.
well, my dad got, but then I ended up getting got. My dad got because I was in the computer room one day. I don't remember what I was doing, but suddenly this slideshow pops up of all these pictures from my dad's 40th, and all the men are wearing these plastic dicks on their nose. So it just looked like the Eyes Wide Shut party, but with dildos, just on people's faces.
What?
Yeah, very weird. I mean,
I guess you weren't at this party?
no, I was not. No, this was for adults.
Damn. What else were they wearing?
They were throwing a full-on Hollywood party. No, it was literally just them, just regular men, 40-year-old men in sweater vests and
like no wives.
But no. Oh no, the women had the dicks on their faces too.
Everyone had
Maybe they
for your dad's because that's what he wanted.
No, I think that they thought it was
that was his birthday
no.
request.
I think that they thought it was funny. I don't. I mean,
Nick, what would you like for your birthday? I would like all of my friends to look silly.
I am just kind of where did they get the Did someone have to order those online? Because I've never seen those. Maybe in a
Were they like
Spencer's.
real dildos?
Nah, they were little, just they weren't full on constructed dildos. These were little tiny penises that people were. They had
Oh, okay.
they
Like a
had, the
novelty.
string. Yeah. The way that you'd wear paper animal masks when you were but they looked sturdier than that.
Okay. I thought they were full strap on chin dildos.
No,
No.
that would be insane. It's funny how there's such a fine line between something you're I could see that, and then just a full on gimp party. But no, and I I was snickering, and then I went down. We were getting ready to go somewhere, maybe to fucking Cheesecake. I want to say Cheesecake Factory because we were dressed nice, which is and I went downstairs and I was like, Dad, I just saw the pictures from your birthday. Were you guys wearing penises on your face? And he goes, you're grounded. I didn't. It was on the computer.
You didn't even log in.
I didn't
You
even
just
log in. I walked into the room and I was confronted with a fucking,
It'd be funny if you were so trained. You walk past the room, you look in, you see it on the computer, and you just go to your dad and lay the belt at his feet?
Just like, oh, Dad, I'm sorry. I peered into your secret world.
Damn. Well, at least your dad has friends. That's nice.
Oh, did your dad not have friends?
My dad has friends, but
My dad's very popular.
like my parents never have like people over or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Having people over is such like a big. I think it's why I like to entertain and like
Mhm.
because it was a big part of growing up where I was having people over.
Yeah. Do dad past a certain age, do you just like not have friends anymore?
What I've learned from my parents is you do have friends, but your friends become more of an obligation where like you just have them over because you have to fucking do something. But like, and especially in my town, like which is very weird and suburban, and a lot of the women there are in their 50s, but they still act like they're in high school. It's like crazy how they'll like just gaslight each other, and they're still like it's like a fucking girl's bathroom. But these are
Ball
like
town.
housewives. Yeah.
Bathroom town.
Pretty fucking much, dude. and so I guess like you have friends. I feel like their friendships with their friends definitely used to be stronger, and now it's more just like because now honestly we'll have people over like when I go home like for Christmas or whatever, and I'm confronted with some mental illness from some people in my parents' friend group, and then they're like, and I'll say such and such. They're like, yeah, she's crazy. All these people in this town are fucking crazy. But you can't.
Well,
be
someday
alone.
that's what we'll have.
I don't think so. I think I've been better about. I think that we.
Well,
will,
I mean, if everything works out as planned, we pretty much live in Hollywood forever.
yeah.
So that can't be good for whatever eventual social circle we land on.
Well, yes, and that's true. That's a different kind of crazy though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy. Where like someone would just show up and be like, "You need to get rid of this for me," and give you like a gun jeweled, like a jeweled gun,
a jewel encrusted gun.
a jewel encrusted gun.
A gun and jewel. What, it's just a jewel with a bunch of guns sticking out of it. Like what is a
You know
gun
what
in-
I meant.
I didn't know. Well, I know now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I can't wait to live in a damn noir. You look so mad at
A
me.
noir. A noir.
Noir.
You can't get it. It's okay. You were really close. We learn new words every day.
Man.
This is a nice. No, Brendan.
This sucks.
No, this is are you kidding? This is a great cast. Already, this is a wonderful cast.
No, just this moment, not the cast.
These are-
The
you know
cast
what?
is fine, other than the first 8 minutes, and I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah,
People have listened to worse things.
that's true.
There are some podcasts that are recorded perfectly and nobody's saying anything worthwhile.
That's so true.
No, but what I
That's
think,
why we refuse to spend more than $10 per mic,
right,
because we want to.
dude. But here, I don't even think I've been listening to it. It sounds fine
Yeah.
compared to other casts I've been listening to, where it's like, whoa, Jesus.
Mhm.
That's why I've been listening to this podcast that just like regularly every week is recorded directly to a laptop microphone, and people seem to be fine with it. There's no standards. I was going to make a point. I think the reason why we won't have the problem with with growing tired of our friend groups is because unlike our parents, where it's like you get a job and then you like settle down in a town, and then like you just become friends with people in your proximity.
Mm-hmm.
Because we did, but we naturally had to find people of similar interests who had similar interests to us, because we're all pursuing the same thing, which I think is better for friendships,
Yeah, that makes sense.
right? I don't know.
Yeah, friendship comes from like proximity and just being forced together in the same setting.
Yeah, for like suburban like moms and dads, it's like they're
And then at that point, you just like become friends with your kids' friends' parents.
right. Your shared experiences.
And that's gonna suck. Like if you're like, what if your kid sucks? What if your kid is unpopular and then his friends are shitty, and then the parents are bad?
I knew some kids like this, dude,
Mm-hmm.
because I leveled up throughout my social circles in life. I started out as a loser. And
Yeah.
I was hung around parents that were. It was insane to watch kids who were ostracized, and then like their parents were similarly ostracized.
Yeah, it is funny to see like the dork dad.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah. Man, there were a lot of dork dads at like theater kid family events.
I'll never forget. I was over at the King of the Nerds house. This kid's name was Morgan. His father was building a treehouse for him For 7 summers in a row, he was like, yeah, when my dad finally finishes the treehouse, we can like spend the summer up there and like we'll be able to sleep up there and all. And his dad just didn't finish this fucking thing. For 7 years, he promised us these great summers. And now every time I go home, like the treehouse is still, it's exactly where his dad left off. Like God knows how many years ago at this point, just like jutting out of the backyard. Very sad. But I remember one time we were over there, we were supposed to be working on a science project. And we started sword fighting each other instead, just with things that we were like we found around the house. And I guess his father in one of the rooms was like building a clock, like building this very elaborate, and we just disassembled the clock and used it as weapons. So we're running around the house. I've got like the fucking, the thing with the big circle that like swings back. And what do you call that on a clock?
The hand?
No, not the hand. That's on the face of the clock.
The pendulum?
Yeah, the pendulum. I'm chasing Morgan with the pendulum, and then we hear Morgan's father. I guess he'd like gotten home, and he walked into the room where the clock was, and we just hear, "What did you do?"
My clock!
He goes, What did you kids do?
Man, kids are sucking. You just destroyed everything that man loved.
Yeah, dude. That kid was weird. I'll never forget, like...
Because it takes so much for dads to, like, develop a hobby. Dads have no interests. For them to find something...
To find solace in a clock, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? It's literally like...
Like, and definitely at least half of it is he was like... I'm just assuming all dads are like my dad. This was that guy, like, forcibly making himself find a hobby so that his wife wouldn't worry.
Oh, no, that is exactly... I remember the dynamics of these
dad
parents.
hobbies? Yeah.
Of specifically that kid's mom and this kid's father. And I think they ended up getting divorced.
Yeah.
But it was just like, dude, it was tense every time I was over there.
I think I know this argument where it's like, you're always sitting there drinking. Why don't you find something to do?
Dude, they were fucked up people. That kid was fucked up. Every time I would go over, he would put on Austin Powers and then like pause the part where is it a lot of vagina? I think that
In the tub?
Yeah, where she's getting out of the tub, he would pause it, but it was VHS, so it was still like fucking juddery.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 times I saw him do this. He would draw her, and then he would like show me. He was like, "You can't see the nipples, but this is where the nipples would be." And then he would like draw the nipples for me. And then one fucking time, my dad was picking us up from his house to have a sleepover at my house, and Morgan just starts telling my dad that he does that.
You got a leaky fucking chip there. You
Dude,
gotta. You can't
so
have that.
bad. No, and I remember my dad being like, "Oh," he's like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, you guys are getting interested in girls, I guess." And Morgan's like, "Yeah, I've drawn her about 6 times."
I used to do that. I used to pause shit and then try to like draw. I've talked about this on the cast before, but yeah, I mean, I didn't have porn. You gotta fucking.
You drew your own porn.
You gotta draw your own porn. Try it sometime.
You're literally gonna be. I think I talked about this in the other episode too. But when the event does happen, you're gonna be the guy just like tracing women in the sand and then just like putting a hole where their vagina is and then just like fucking the ground.
I'm Joaquin Phoenix in The Master. just fucking the sand lady, and everyone just is like, the bit's going on too long.
Yeah, Jesus.
I empathize with him.
In The Master?
In The Master, yes.
You're supposed to, I think.
Yeah. I don't think I'm that as an adult. Well,
You could be.
I need to be specific. Most Joaquin Phoenix characters I have the capacity to become.
Especially Joker.
Especially the Joker. In many ways, I am twisted and love chaos.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on chaos.
Being like the Joker is such a small and big-brained pursuit.
It is.
It's
Well,
like-
yeah. Dude, there's layers to the Joker.
Yeah. The Joker is purely he's like the Wigger King, first of all.
Yeah.
And then also like it's just the galaxy brain genius. Like
Dude,
hero.
I try not to, like, so I hate that sometimes I still have like knee-jerk reactions to the Joker. Like I saw Suicide Squad, and the weird thing about that movie is like in that movie the Joker loves money. He loves money. And the whole time I'm just like, the Joker doesn't like money.
The Joker burns all the money.
He throws it away. He thinks it's trash.
That's his whole thing. He hates money.
He hates money. Once you make the Joker start loving, and he's driving a fucking I think it's like a Bugatti or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing stuff to the Joker I don't like.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm
Making
hoping.
him listen to rap music.
I hope that after this solo Joker movie, I hope it becomes like James Bond, where there's one a year for 50 years.
Yeah, but other characters, but Judi Dench is always in it. So like with some characters, Joker becomes like a legacy role.
Mm-hmm.
But then, some it should be an old bitch. Helen Mirren is always Harley.
Always.
Always.
Yeah, we cast an old woman now as Harley Quinn, because that would be pretty twisted, you know?
Right. And you can read. There's some shit you can read. into that,
but
right?
The Joker's eating some old lady's pussy, and he's like, "I'm pretty weird."
Yeah, cops are just like watching the Joker eat Helen Mirren's pussy, on surveillance footage.
Put on the bat signal. We gotta stop that.
They're like, look at this fucking monster. How do you talk to someone like that? You gotta lock him up.
Yeah,
man.
That's the movie I'm gonna write. I mean, at this point, anyone can just make a DC movie, right? And it's canon.
Yeah, I think
anyone can just make it.
I think they're about to get good. I have a feeling DC movies are about to get good.
Really?
Yeah, because now that they're just like, fuck, like people really liked Shazam, and Shazam kind of was just like, fuck it to the rules. Wonder Woman 84 looks cool. Joker, Robert Pattinson's Batman. Now that they're not all connected, I bet that these end up being the cooler movies.
Probably.
Yeah. Because I think people are going to get I think people are kind of getting tired of the Marvel movies. My only gauge on that is my family. And I was talking to my family on the phone the other weekend, and they're all like, the Spider-Man movie's already coming out? You know what I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it made an incredible amount of money. I think people are seeing these movies.
I mean, after Endgame.
Oh. Yeah, maybe.
I think there's going to be, because there's also about to be 30 TV shows, too.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much. You're gay. You
there
like
shouldn't be 30 TV shows on television.
Yeah, no, there should be 8 shows.
There should be Seinfeld, Friends, NBA.
You just want to watch WJZ or whatever. You're just talking about what the fuck, broadcast television. That's what you want.
I don't think that anything else should exist.
I think I'm with you, honestly.
Mm-hmm. It should be 3 channels, and one of them is Adult Swim for some reason.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I was going down a rabbit hole of I was watching because sometimes I'll watch commercials. I'm not proud of this. I'll watch commercials that were on when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
They're just YouTube compilations of just commercials from the 90s.
You love a good hole.
I love a good hole, but I think that something it's like I graduated from from Percocet to heroin, because now I'm just watching commercials that I don't even remember. I'm watching toy commercials from 1983. There's no way that I would have seen these. And I'm obsessed with them. I can't stop watching them.
You gotta stop doing that.
No, I don't think I do. We've all
Where
got
does
our
this
vices.
end?
What?
You're pointing at my diet soda?
Yeah, that's not good either.
It's fine. It's better than regular soda. I'm not ballooning up quite as quickly.
Yeah, well, this is better than regular advertising. It's not like these commercials are listening to me and then targeting me on Instagram.
That's true.
I can't even buy this shit anymore.
Yeah. I've been getting pretty paranoid about that shit.
It's bad.
Yeah. I was trying to find a phone case that would cover the cameras when I'm not using them.
Mm-hmm.
And someone tried to Kickstarter it, and it failed because everyone was like, why would you need that? Obviously, everyone needs this. Oh, my God. It's not like I think the government is turning on my camera and looking at my dick and balls. But why would I risk it?
No, but they absolutely are. You don't put tape over your camera?
I need to start doing that.
Yeah. Oh, you mean on your phone?
Yeah.
Right. I heard that and I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be some sort of plug that goes over the microphone when I'm not using it.
No, and I think that they've proven they 100% do
absolutely
that's so
can,
easily to be easily tapped.
Mhm.
I remember
I didn't even realize that I had Siri on for a year. I swear I turned it off at some point where it's always listening to you.
Mhm.
It was just on when I was checking.
It's not good. People how do you think these fucking companies make money? They're selling your information to fucking advertisers and other corporations. It's not good. I remember when I was in summer school for math, English. I was one of the times I was in summer school. We had this teacher, Mrs. Bow, who now is like iconic in my mind because I thought she was fucking nuts back then. She like lived off the grid. She made us watch old movies from the 40s.
This is where you came from.
Yeah, what?
This is where you came from.
Pretty much. And she was telling us, she was like, yeah, she's like, if you've got webcams on your computer, she's like, you got to put tape over that because the government's watching you. And we were like, she's crazy. Now I'm like, she was I bet she's like in a bunker somewhere right now.
Probably.
Completely prepared.
Man, I wish that you could pursue an entertainment career from a bunker.
You can. Look at Alex Jones.
Yeah. Speaking of which, he's innocent.
Here's the thing, he literally is. He literally is. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, there was child porn on his servers. But who has not been emailed child porn?
Well, literally it was like someone sent them to like it didn't come from like
Yeah, they didn't open that email probably. Do you think they check all the emails that Alex Jones gets?
It's got to be insane. So but like it's a fucking setup, dude. Although maybe it's not even. Maybe some fucking. It is crazy that there would be like a neo-lib who hates Alex Jones so much. He's like, I'll fucking show him, and just like sends.
I mean, that's a pretty good
9-year-olds
prank.
getting
That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna when I message people to get booked on their shows, I am going to, if they don't respond in 1 week, then re-email them child pornography.
And then just be like, book me, or I'm sending this to the FBI. And for some reason, you will get in trouble. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Of course, like that. It doesn't make. Why would he do that? Why would he send pictures of child porn to the Sandy Hook parents?
Yeah. And I mean, that's not even what he did. He turned it over to the lawyers of the parents.
Right. Well, no. But that was what the articles that came out. That was what they said.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy. What was his quote?
He said his whole defense was, I like women with big titties and asses, you fucking rapist.
I mean, come on.
A perfect defense.
You can't argue with that.
You can't argue with that.
If I was the judge, I'd throw that shit out, dude. Because look at Alex. He definitely likes some fucking big titties and asses.
He likes them thick, I would imagine.
Well, they got to be thick for Alex, dude.
Yeah. Because he's so strong, he would destroy a regular woman.
Man, I was thinking about what it must be like to have sex with Alex Jones, and I think the more interesting thing
It
is
would be like getting fucked by a barrel.
yeah, dude, it'd be like getting fucked by an angry barrel.
A furious barrel.
It's like one of those like hopping barrels from Donkey Kong Country 2, just like coming down the path at you.
Yeah.
But
What do you think his dirty talk's like?
well, that's what I'm saying.
Call me a globalist.
Well, it's like I want to know the minute you're done fucking. I'm like, what's that pillow talk like? Right at like, what does he go right back to? Because like it's always on in his head. Do you think that he's like laying there with a woman, just like, listen, I gotta be honest. What we just had was incredible, but I'm gonna need you. I need to prepare you for when they come through the wormholes. You're gonna see some crazy shit. It's just like, Alex, I can I go to bed, please? It's 2 a.m. I just let you fuck me.
I'm imagining him like inspecting inside the pussy with a flashlight for like lizard scales.
Yeah, I mean, fucking probably, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a vet who he lets into his. I wonder if he lets anybody fuck him. You know what I mean? Because I feel like he must be very paranoid. He's probably just fucking his employees.
Everyone's vetted.
Everyone's. It's just like full casting couch at InfoWars. He's got.
What is InfoWars? Like, I know it's a website and I know it's a show, but is it like Compound Media where we could get a show on InfoWars?
Oh man, I would fucking say yes to that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of would. You have to like.
Oh, we could put a reel together. We got what, like 50 episodes?
Well, let's wait till other people say no first. Let's wait till we get at least like
that's a good call.
9 or 10 other no's. You don't want to.
That would be a pretty bird-brained maneuver to just. Well, we've tried no one. We may as well align ourselves with the most reviled media company in America.
It's like I've watched too much InfoWars.
Mm-hmm.
And again, here's what I'll say about it. I can't speak on how factual any of it is. But it's a good show. Like, they put on a good show. Alex Jones is straight up one of the most he's Mr. Entertainment. He's one of the most.
He should host the Oscars.
Dude, he does it all. He does voices, characters. He's running around the set. They do sketches. He's objectively one of the most talented presenters working today. You remember he used to be he was in Richard Linklater movies. Like Doug Stanhope used to have him open for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Mr. Entertainment. I love Alex Jones. I know that I shouldn't,
You're
but I
saying this-
just do.
The way your eyes light up when you talk about Alex Jones, it's like you're talking about your big brother
Dude.
who's coming home soon.
Honestly, it's just I don't know what it is. Again, he definitely believes some stuff that not on the up and up,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he believes it.
In my opinion, Sandy Hook happened.
Sandy Hook happened, and and in his opinion too.
Mhm.
He's walked all that back. But there's something so endearing about this man screaming about the machine elves. You know about the machine elves?
Tell me about the machine
Alex has never
elves.
smoked a drop of DMT in his life, but he knows about the fucking trans-dimensional machine elves, dude. Alex has tapped into some shit.
Damn.
The machine elves are something that Timothy Leary, I think, wrote about when he was like doing a bunch of psychedelics, and then Alex Jones has also like talked about it. It doesn't. Listen.
Have you ever met the elves?
I'm gonna stop myself right here. Don't trick me into talking about Alex Jones.
You just did a lot.
I know. People can't know how much I like Alex Jones. Not for his beliefs.
No, not for his beliefs.
Because
he's a showman.
He's a great showman.
He's like P.T. Barnum.
Dude, he is. I want Big Top Alex.
Yeah. We did this musical in high school called Barnum, and I want that to be about. I want a musical like that about Alex Jones.
Dude, I want Alex Jones just like standing on a little those little like cone podiums in the circus, just fucking fending off lions with chairs.
He wouldn't need a chair. He is basically a chair.
Yeah,
When you
dude.
look at him, he's a chair of a man.
Yeah, dude. Alex, he's a pulsing, throbbing beanbag. He's a beanbag with veins bursting out of his temples.
He's so red too.
Dude, he's so
You gotta love how red he is.
he's perfectly round.
He's the most structurally
The most
perfect
structurally
shaped.
He's the most structurally sound man I've ever. You can't knock that guy over.
You can't knock him over in any direction. He could be standing on his head. You couldn't knock him over.
I feel like Alex Jones could take like 7 bullets. I feel like he could just like walk. I feel like he could just stride towards a firing gun, and it would take a minute before he
Yeah.
went down.
He would bleed out, but he would like be able to sprint 100 yards and kill the guy.
Let's talk about something else besides Alex Jones. I don't think that I should be talking
Besides how strong
about
he-
Alex Jones this much.
Yeah. I shouldn't have said Wigger probably earlier.
No one cares about that.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
good.
You're fine.
All right. It's funny to like 45 episodes in be like, wait a minute.
We've said worse. We've 100% said worse things. I think they call them. What are they in Britain? They call them chavs. I think.
Chavs,
Go
yeah.
with chav, dude. But then you look kind of like a poser.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say Wigger. The correct term is white African American.
That is absolutely worse. There were so many like. Are Wiggers still around?
I think so.
I never see that.
I remember the one time I went home, like the first time I went home from LA to visit, I was in the grocery store, and there's this guy with his girlfriend in like a fitted, like a long white T-shirt and Insane Clown Posse pajama pants, and I was like, I'm home.
Have they just? Oh, so this is my thing. Have they just been absorbed by the Insane Clown Posse?
I think there's a lot of overlap.
Because when mainstream culture kind of abandoned them, the ICP welcomed them with open arms.
That's true.
They just started going to Juggalo Fest.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, now everybody's into like Drake and shit.
Right, and that's not really.
That's not like you're dressing like cool if you're emulating that kind of hip hop.
Right. That's true. You know what? I get. Here's the thing. I guess wiggers didn't die; they just evolved. Because when I
Yeah.
think,
Good for them.
like honestly, dude, like when I think about like if you think about like the like guys who are like cool in LA, like guys who are like hype beast shit, like you know what No Jumper is, like Adam 22, like
No.
I don't know how to explain. It's basically
These
just
sound like YouTubers.
kind of, but it started out as like a streetwear vlog, but they're objectively like cool people. Or I don't think that I shouldn't say they're not objectively cool. They're what's viewed as like cool right now. But it's just like the evolution of the wigger. It's just the Charizard of the wigger, dude. It's just disguising itself. It's repackaged, but he's for sure. You're right. They just talk like different kinds of black guys now, because now
Yeah.
it's white guys who talk kind of like Drake. They're kind of soft. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, definitely. White guys like real like whispering, all sexy.
Yeah. And there's a whole school of OG
Mm-hmm.
fucking trailer park juggalo types that just got abandoned.
Yeah. No, I know this type of white guy from working in banks where they come in where it says occupation on the screen. It always says like CEO or entrepreneur, and they're just disputing overdraft fees.
Covert wigger, dude. They're just disputing overdraft fees.
They have like a fancy smartwatch.
Everyone in LA is disputing overdraft fees.
It's true. No one in this town has money except for Steven Spielberg.
Except for there's like 3 people who have money.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. That makes me feel better. I love disputing overdraft fees.
Yeah, man, it's.
I'm just like, what would you? Do you think that I would go to Popeyes? You think I would go to the same Popeyes 3 separate times in one day? Someone has my card.
Ooh, that's convincing. I would believe that.
Well, you don't know me too well, dude. It's such a walk of shame just to like have Popeyes at lunch, and then around dinner time you're like, I want Popeyes again. And you just
Where do you
pray.
bank?
What?
Where do you bank? Is it like a big bank or a
Citibank.
Citibank?
Yeah. You just pray, fingers crossed, like the girl from the lunch shift isn't still there, and she 100% is.
Oh,
every
she
time.
always is. I used to
It's
love
not
to go to this. I went to this Popeyes on Broad Street in Philly that was right by my house, and I'd always go in there. It was like a city Popeyes where there's bulletproof glass, and they don't want anyone really eating in the restaurant, so they don't like bust the tables on purpose.
Yes.
And
It's a great
so I'm
move.
sitting there eating, and the whole time, the guy is just screaming at some homeless guy to get out of the bathroom, and he's like screaming at him that he can't shoot up in there, and the guy's like, I'm not shooting up, and finally he like unlocks the door and he like bursts it open in front of like the whole restaurant, like everybody ordering, and the guy's
shit.
just in there like showering in the sink, like.
Oh, I've seen that. That's hilarious.
Just like like, at least he was like mad he wasn't shooting up at that point. He's like, put your clothes back on.
I mean, dude, that's less mess for him.
Yeah.
It is ruder, I think, to shower, because fuck knows what he's washing off into
Yeah.
that sink, dude. Just do drugs.
Yeah, do drugs like a human man.
Dude, my favorite thing at Union Station is like there are people who just like set up camp, because I assume they just like stay in the bathroom stalls until like a cop tells them to leave. Last time I got off the train, I was in Union Station, LA, and I was waiting to use the bathroom, and there's a dude who has just like. He's just decked the stall out in his stuff. There's like a curtain hanging down. You can see it like under the door. He's got a boombox in there. He's just like listening to pop music. There's just like blowing out the speakers. There's like stuff. There's like something flowery, I don't. It looked like a sash or something that's just like hanging over the top of the. He had set up a home for himself in there. I bet there was like a fucking mirror in there, like a locker mirror. He probably had a poster up.
Damn,
He probably just had like a Rita Hayworth poster, like Shawshank Redemption.
he's living in the stall.
I don't think he's living there, but I bet that I bet these guys fucking camp out there for as long as they can until someone makes them leave.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably jerking off
LA
in
homelessness
there.
is crazy. Like, are there rules about where you can set up tents?
I don't think so, but I think it's so bad that it's just hard for them to enforce it. There's a tent.
I mean, I know you're not allowed to like camp on the sidewalk, but it seems like the tents will be concentrated in certain areas, definitely under bridges.
Yeah. Well, there's one. There's a person who's in a lone tent near Tim H's apartment. And she a lot of times like stairwells to abandoned buildings. That's a great spot. Get that spot. But there's this lady who just like lives in it, and she's been there for a year and a half, and they haven't moved her tent. So she must be, I don't know how she's got that worked out. But no, what's weird is like there's actually a lot of housing, completely free housing for homeless people in LA. It was a big thing that the city pushed. And a lot of these people are so mentally ill that they just they don't want it. They're just so fucking gone that they're just on the streets. It's not good, dude. But what do you do about that, you know?
I don't know. There's no real solution, I guess.
This is where like it's like an uncomfortable thing where you're just like, I mean, like, dude, their quality of life, like, I'm not saying, you know what I'm getting at, right? Where it's just
Yeah,
like,
you know.
what can you do for these people? You can't do anything when
All
they're
you can
that
do
gone.
is give them a good night's sleep, a long sleep.
Okay, well,
All you can do
I was
is
trying to avoid saying, we can't be talking about the big kiss goodnight for all the fucking...
No, it's like The Giver. We throw them down a chute.
That was a very scary part of The Giver.
No, I thought the Giver was supposed to be like an encouraging. It's like this is what we could accomplish.
Excuse no.
You remember The Giver? They give everybody pills so that they're not horny.
It's so funny, you just like shutting The Giver and just be like,
Home.
the perfect society.
Yeah. Look, it's a Volcel paradise. No one fucks.
The Giver is
There's
literally...
socialism.
The Giver was just Anthem for retarded kids. It was like for kids who couldn't grasp Anthem. They're like, all right, here's a story about a magic boy who can see colors.
I don't know what Anthem is.
Anthem is an Ayn Rand book that's literally, it's the same thing. Where they
okay.
live in a society where they're given numbers and it's about two people. It's 1984. It's all that shit.
I mean, I haven't read The Giver in a while, but as I remember it, not so bad.
No, The Giver's, it's supposed to be bad.
I know it's supposed to be bad, but, you know, sometimes the author doesn't own their work.
This is, Tom and I were talking about this, in you calling yourself a socialist. You're technically right, but I think you're actually a fascist. Because you're right in the idea that it's like there should be more government oversight, rich people should pay more taxes, there should be more regulation. But then you take, and I'm like with you up to that point. But then you start being like, and then we got to impose moral restrictions on people. You can't be out here fucking too many guys. It's like,
I'm not saying that there should be any sort of law. I'm just saying that I don't think it's good.
I'm just saying.
And I don't even know what specifically issue we're talking about.
We're talking about sexual freedom.
Oh, yeah, I oppose that, but I don't think the government should have a role in it.
You say that now.
How would we legislate that?
Well, under. Are you kidding?
You have to apply for like tags, like hunting.
They regulated like unusual sex acts. Like dude, look at like you can like being gay was straight up illegal. I think blowjobs are still illegal in Maryland. That's
yeah,
like
now it's illegal to not be gay.
Okay, this is a take. I think
the government will burst into your home and force you to be trans at gunpoint.
Yeah.
No, maybe. Hold on. I think I may have read that article wrong.
Right.
On second thought, that is not the case.
No, that's
on second thought that isn't true at all. I got that. I was confused.
I heard that's what they're doing in health classes now. they bring the school cop in. I don't know. No, but I think there is a law like in Maryland that just like they didn't get around to changing where like blowjobs are illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Which like I wonder like if you got caught like if they busted you for something while you were getting a blowjob, could they potentially be like, yeah, and throw that at him too? You know?
Yeah. He was getting a blowjob while robbing that bank.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just think about all the times that I had like sex in my car, like when I was like a teen.
Yeah,
which is a major sex crime.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I've thought about this before. I'm like, if I'm a parent, am I gonna like let my kids fuck or like turn a blind eye to it? Like, because I mean, it's definitely worse to have them doing what I did, which is fucking in a cornfield or in my car. Or
that's not good. Did the corn ever?
The corn grew very well.
Well, I just mean, did a country girl ever make do? You know, have you not seen that?
No, what?
Oh, there's this. It's not a meme because it's like I think it's like an old piece of art that like my hick-ass cousins share. And it just says country girls make do. And it's this like woman walking away. She's in a cornfield and there's just like a piece of corn leaning out of the cornfield with like cum dripping off of it. And you can see her dress like flying up a little bit.
So she fucked the corn.
Yeah, she
and
fucked
then,
the corn.
and then she came all over the corn.
This is what happens when you don't sex educate your kids.
I'm imagining
out and
that
they
like
fuck
a
corn.
perfect like Norman Rockwell quality painting.
No, it's a little trashier than that. But no, I think what you got if you have kids, I think that you should like just encourage them to practice safe sex and let them fuck in your house.
Yeah, but there should be rules like only your room.
And not when I'm home. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Wait until the parents like don't just fuck while we're all here.
Yeah.
Have some fucking decency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the move as a parent is leave sometimes and announce when you'll be back.
Dude, I'll never forget. We had really cool parents when I was in high school. Not my parents. My parents were not cool with us fucking, but like, man, there was this. I don't know. I shouldn't say names. I guess it doesn't matter, right? I don't want to
Probably
dox
not.
anybody, but there was a whole slew of parents who would just like knew that we were like fucking in their houses and were like fine. I remember we got snowed in one year for I think I've told part of this story before because we stayed at a bunch of houses during the blizzard, but. One time was at Neil's, and another time we were at this girl's Peyton's house, and like we were all snowed in with all of our girlfriends, and her mom was just like, "All right, everybody pick a room," like being the fun mom, wine mom, dude.
I don't like that.
No, it was kind of cool.
Something about it just like I don't like it being that that blatantly spoken.
She was a single mom. Does it make more sense when it's a single mom?
All right. Yeah.
Something about that feels.
Yeah. Dad's not in the picture in that house
So-
for sure.
Rules are.
There's no dad like, all right, everybody, pick a room.
No, if a dad strode into the living
Yeah.
room and was
Everybody grab a Jimmy hat out of the basket.
like, "Oh God," and then I'll never forget one time I was at some party at this. I remember whose house it was, and this girl, the party kind of like died down. Some people were sleeping over at the house, and this girl that I was hitting on like wasn't into me. But then like as people started to leave, this other girl that was at the party like made out, like just decided like. You ever where a girl just like there's been no chemistry at all, and then like at the end of the night a girl just decides that she's gonna fuck you?
Yeah, but usually on dates. It's like I've been on a date all night and there's been zero chemistry at all, and then at the end the girl is like, well, it's that time of the date where I fuck.
Yeah, no, this is a girl I hadn't been talking to until like the party started to die. And then we slept over at the house. We stayed at the house. Some people were sleeping in bedrooms. We took the basement downstairs. And this girl, we fucked. It is funny. So she gave me a hickey. She gave me a hickey so bad.
Very dishonorable.
Like from this side of my neck all the way down to my shoulder to my chest. It looked like I had a birthmark. Or it looked like I was like a burn victim or something. And I had to go work at Rosetta Stone the next day. I was just in the mall. Dude, I'm in the mall just like fucking looking like,
like a sex pervert.
Yeah, not even like a sex pervert. Like looking like I was born with a deformity. And I tried to cover it in makeup. I just like got makeup from Morgan's mom and so and like all and by the like and because like her aunts and uncles were there too. So like I go upstairs in the morning and all the adults are having breakfast. Oh, whoops.
Mm-hmm.
All the adults are having breakfast, and they just see me emerge with this horrible discoloration, and they were just like, "What did you guys do?" And then they helped me cut, and then I was like, "I have to go to work." And then
That's
Morgan's
rough.
mom like took me into the bathroom and like caked me in makeup, which she should not have had to do.
So now you smell like makeup.
Yeah, it was awful, and it was like chalky. It was like coming off,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll never forget. But in the middle, while I was fucking that girl downstairs, AMC was on, and the Japanese horror movie Houseu came on, and I straight up like kind of stopped fucking her, and I was like, "Have you ever seen this?"
Very on brand.
So on brand, dude.
Man, I've been thinking that I should fuck again recently.
I don't know if you're ready.
I mean, I think that the women of Los Angeles would agree with you. There seem to be very little takers in that regard.
You'll get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought things were going well with someone.
No, I haven't seen her.
Oh, okay.
I don't want
You
talk
will.
about the podcast.
No, I know we're not going to. I'm not going to
Yeah.
get into any details. I have faith in you.
That I'll fuck again?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I assume I'll fuck again before I die.
You got to get out of your. You got to get out of your head about it a little bit.
Mhm. And here's the thing. I know I'll fuck again before I die. What I'm not sure of is will I come?
God, that is an existential
Mm-hmm.
crisis. You think you're never going to come again?
I mean, in a lady,
You don't think so?
maybe not. I don't know.
Listen,
Could they
people-
make me come?
People hate protection. You'll come in a lady. I've got
Protection's pretty bad. But what I'm more talking about is will I put my will I dip the old friend inside the gorge
right
and
the gulch.
mhm. And what am I don't even know what I'm saying.
You
anymore.
forget. I was gonna say, man.
I completely
You forget how good leaving it in is until you do it. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like every time I go for a spell where I'm not having sex for a while, and then like the minute I start fucking again, and she lets me leave it in while I come, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I was not doing this.
I've only
I was
done
living
that
without this.
3 times I've left it in.
Ugh.
3 times, and in retrospect, it was the most horrible decision I could have made because the girl was just like not on birth control. We would plan where she was like, I got plan B tonight.
What?
Yeah, this is a lunatic.
These are horrible ways to leave it in.
Yeah, horrible. Just in the girl who you're afraid gave you a I don't have a disease.
Listen,
but
I get
at
it.
the time, I thought I had a disease, and
I'm so sorry, man. Leaving it in is one of like,
I've never enjoyed leaving it in.
it's like you've missed out on a major part of life. Like if you don't get, if you never get to leave it in without just like a nice carefree leave it in,
Mm-hmm.
you die before that. Like you've missed a whole you've missed a whole variant on God's palette or whatever. What am I trying to say? You know
Well, I
what
think
mean?
the first leave it in was pretty good because that
the first
was,
one was good.
that was before we were like in a relationship, so I didn't fear her yet.
Jesus Christ. Well, you live on that memory.
Yeah, that's really how you trick a guy into giving you a lot of control over his emotions.
You let him leave it in.
Is you when he's going raw for the first time, you tell him he can leave it in.
Oh, the last minute go ahead to leave it in? The when you didn't know that you were getting a leave it in? That might be the peak of leave it ins, dude.
You got to leave it in.
That what you're standing at the top of Mount leave it in right there. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I hope that you have positive experiences with coming inside
Yeah.
of a girl from here on out. Because you have
Coming
to.
in butts is good because there's no fear there.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done that too much.
I think I've only done it twice,
Oh, then we're about the same.
2 or 3
I
times.
think I prefer I don't know, because we could get into this, but there's a different anxiety
I bet
for
more
me.
like coming in a woman, good. I'll give you that.
It's great.
But
It's what your body wants you to do.
imagine coming into Old Faithful or into a chasm. of
Do you imagine coming into Old Faithful and it immediately erupts and kills you?
Dude, I wanna come in every national park.
You want to
In
come
a
in
different feature.
in every notable hole. You want to come in Old Faithful. You want
Mhm.
to come in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. I want to come on the face of Half Dome.
You want to fuck one of the ears on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
like the ear from North by Northwest where they were hiding or whatever. The fuck.
Yeah, I want to fuck that. Let's see. What are some other
What are
national
famous
parks?
holes?
Famous holes? The Grand Canyon.
We got that one.
I want to fuck in that. I want to come in the damn canyon.
Grand Canyon, Old Faithful. There's got to be another one.
Like a big crater on the moon.
Nah. I think that the texture of the moon is not too good. Like also there's because you wouldn't be able to fuck too well on account of the,
Oh yeah, you
there's no friction or
you'd
whatever.
be floating and such,
Yeah.
which you wouldn't want that.
That's why are they going to do the thing where they're going to shoot porn in space? Have they already done that?
I don't think they've done it yet. Have they shot porn in like where the plane goes up real high and then they cut the engine?
I think they have, but you can only get like 90 seconds of footage or something, right?
Yeah.
And I think that they've shot topless girls like that. I don't know if you can really be fucking just tumbling around in a falling cabin.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like that, first of all, and then like you get up in the air, you cut the engine, you have 90 seconds, and the girl's like trying to get wet.
Well, but for you, the 90 seconds is no problem. Oh, no, that is, no. For you, that is a problem.
For that, yeah. I mean, for me, like, we're hitting the ground. We are. The plane is exploding.
Yeah. The pilot is
Yeah,
just
all the footage is going to come from the black book.
Yeah, they just plug the black box into a fucking hard drive. That's incredible.
It's just me coming. Oh! I would like to skydive out of the air and land in a pussy.
Oh, that could be incredible.
Yeah, jump out of the plane, you're jacking off the whole ride down, and then you land in a woman's vagina and you leave it in.
Yeah, no, but you like pull the parachute, so you just like slowly float down.
Yeah.
Just like dick pointed downwards.
Dick pointed down, and you're still wearing like the suit.
Oh, yeah.
just your hog flapping out.
Yeah, I wonder how your hog would deal with those G's.
Yeah. That would be sick to do different, like, extreme sports leave-it-ins.
Just like, dude, finding new ways for your hog to re-enter the atmosphere.
That would be sick if, like, we did, like, a full Red Bull thing where I'm jumping out of, like, space and my dick burns off in re-entry.
Yeah, we attach like a crude rocket to your dick. Like we get your dick hard, tie a firework to it, and then just have you run off of a ramp. You just fly dick first across like a body of water.
Baby, leader on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up portfolio showing growth. Fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, lubing up for the self suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it.